Hey, good morning, everybody. If you could see my screen and hear my voice, just type in a little message here in the chat box. This is Rory Powers, Right Line Trading. Hey, good morning, Doctor. Okay, great. Let me just real quickly do this disclaimer. This 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 live broadcast is for educational and demonstration purposes only. If you're not familiar with the risks associated with trading, please consult with a licensed financial advisor. There is a considerable amount of risk if you trade. You could blow your trading account, and they could potentially come looking for you for even more. With that being said, let's start trading. So I was just showing that overnight NASDAQ took a huge move down, and then pre-market it started to retrace back, crossed our 50, and now you can see it's headed back down. So we're just seeing here if there's any of the strategies that are going to kind of shine for us. See our open positions. We're in a NASDAQ short on the signal B. Drone on the 30 range. So let's take a look at that trade. Signal B is a great strategy if the market's trending, like it is right now going down. And that trade right now went far enough where our stop went to break even plus 11. That's where it should be right now. And it's moving right into that area of support here. Let's see if we can break through that area. And our ES, the ES on the 5-minute took a huge winner this morning to the upside pre-market. Now it just jumped into a short position. And the YM is off to the races. Thank you, Holy Earth. Hope everybody had has a blessed day today. If you're with us, that's the good news. So we did break through that area. So the NASDAQ on that 30 range is looking mighty good right now. That's that signal B. And I'm not going to touch the stops or the profit targets on these SIM accounts. We want to get the data. More data we get, the stronger the strategies become. We have a self-learning component to these automated strategies that look at the maximum forward excursion and the maximum adverse excursion. And they'll dynamically change our stops and profit targets based on the market conditions. So we don't really want to touch the stops or profit targets on the SIM account. If we go to a live account, and it's probably the best practice is not to touch them, is what I've learned. But if you absolutely can't help yourself, you do have that ability. We've got two of the index equities kind of doing the opposite of one another, actually. The Dow is headed up, and the Nasdaq's headed down. Let's see if this breaks through this another pivot that was formed. Looks like it tested it about 2 or 3, 4 times now. And they're really selling the Nasdaq off big time. This signal B is really doing exactly the way we designed it to take a trade, get a full winner, and get us out of the market. That's really the goal. Hey, good morning, Tolu. Good morning, Daniel. And good morning, Ola. Come on, let's hit that profit target. There we go. Okay, so we got a full winner on that signal B. Let's take a look at our accounts. Not showing. Okay, so our top money maker right now is this 30 range signal B. And if we have a trending market that's headed straight down, it just jump right back in. We look for about a 40% win rate with the with that 30 range strategy. With this risk to reward ratio we have, takes about 4 losers to equal 1 winner. So I have a little bit of a retracement there. This gold is still headed down really nicely. And that's also a signal A. Oh. Okay, there we go. So gold just hit that full win. Wow. That gold signal A is off to the races. Very volatile. So what I'll do is some really nice volatility on gold. You can see my chart going up and down and up and down. That signal A does really well. So what I could do is I can make a new strategy, because I don't want to. I'm going to make a new strategy, and it's very easy to load these strategies. We see that here the gold signal A, AI bot, and what I'll do is I'll just find that gold signal A and load it up. And I'm going to throw one of my Apex accounts. I'll put it on the right instrument. I'm going to put this on account 3. And I was trying to see, that retirement plan, which is a signal A, looks for reversals. That retirement plan is one of our best strategies. But if the market just keeps heading down, down, down on the NASDAQ, I'll probably go with my signal B for my live account. NASDAQ signal A. Let's put it on that. That signal A gold strategy is the drone is still in that short move. TW in the Riviera. All right. Well, you can see I'm at the beach too. But, man, I'm a little jealous. The Riviera, that sounds beautiful and exciting. So we've got the AI Auto Trader running. If you haven't seen the system before, it's trading a really diversified portfolio of instruments, all on different time frames. It's trading all of the index equities, the NASDAQ, Dow, E-mini, Russell, along with energy and with crude oil, and our precious metal is gold. And we're getting a lot of volatility in gold. You can see it's our top strategy today. I'm keeping an eye on the YM. The YM quietly has been one of our most consistent strategies. But for now, I just took gold on one of my Apex accounts. And I always like to trade the NASDAQ only because it's moved so fast and it's a lot of fun to watch. Just seeing if this pops to the upside here. This could put us in the trade on this top right chart if it continues to retrace. And our ES is looking really nice today. Took a big winner to the long side pre-market. TW is in the Riviera. Now, is that the French Riviera? Where exactly do you mean by Riviera? Wow, the French Riviera. Wow. That's definitely on the bucket list, I'll tell you. Okay, boom. We just popped into a long trade on our 30 range. And that is a signal B. So that signal B is right back in. It's sniffed out a disparity between uptick and downtick. That's our trigger on the signal B. And when institutional money starts pouring money into the NASDAQ, it's going to jump in and go along for the ride. Now our signal A just popped in long. So we're in both NASDAQ positions on the signal A's. One on a signal A, one on a signal B, actually. And these can be fun to watch. Let's move this over here. Let's move this down a little. Once we get to 80 ticks, I think it's going to be about $400. Our stop, it might have already got there. We take all the risk off the trade. Yeah, I believe it already got there. So right now our stop is at plus 11 on this strategy right over here. Came down and kissed our stop. And took it out. So the signal B is still up. Let's put these back in order. I'm looking for a retracement on gold. So our 2 minutes still alive on that trade, on that AI bot. Okay, TW got me all excited over in the French Riviera. Let me get back to reality here. ES is in a really nice trade. NASDAQ signal A. I'm surprised it didn't jump in. Got a big trade on in gold to the short side. ES long. There we go with the roll. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 2-minute. I'm going to take the 2-minute AI drone on the NASDAQ. Take the retirement plan. And I'm going to put it on my account 5. Put it on 3. I think good things are coming right here. Gold just continuing to go lower and lower. I don't want to put them both on 3. I'll put this one on 4. So I got the 2-minute on the NASDAQ on an Apex account, looking for this short roll. And I'm also on looking for catch a move up on gold. And that signal B on the 30 range, only because it's doing well today. I'm getting ready to crank up too. So I'm going to go to my strategies. I'm just creating new strategies because I don't want to skew the data on these SIM accounts. If you were running the system, you wouldn't have to do this. I'm going to go for the 30 range. Signal B. And we'll put it on number 5. We'll move this over to Apex 5. So far, over the last, I don't know, 15 or 20 minutes or so, it's pretty flat. We've had a ranging market. I am gold, RTY. Let's take a look at the Russell. Got a monster on gold. The signal B could jump in long on my 30 range. My 30 range is very possible to jump into a long. There it goes. Saw that one coming. Let's see if it continues up. Just need a little bit of room here. We don't put a lot of risk on the trades. So we like to see it go in our direction. Get away from that stop a little bit. Give it some room to work its magic. That gold trade's up. That gold trade is up. It's going for 90 ticks, which is a $900 trade. That's on the bottom left of my chart. So the signal B on the NASDAQ, we're on the NASDAQ 30 range. We like to refer to this strategy as our haymaker. This gold trade is really a beautiful trade. What we're really hoping for here is to get the first 80 ticks in. We get that first 80 ticks and the risk is off. takes all the pressure off. It reduces our stress big time. Giving us a little heat here. Retracing to the 50. Okay. Got us on that one. Got us on that long trade. Now gold is starting to retrace. It might have popped into my... I was looking for a reversal on gold on my Apex account. I don't think it took it, though. Larry, I think it's, I think it's about 3 seconds, but I could be wrong. From my understanding, it's a few seconds. Larry asked about a delay. It did pop into that gold. So let's see. It took a long position on my Apex 3. So the gear came out. The Laguerre, what I mean by Laguerre, the RSI line is this pink line in my oscillator right here. That line crossed up through the 20, and it popped into this long position on gold. And gold has been very volatile. Big moves up and down. It just took a huge move down, and I'd like to think it's going to take a huge move up now. Now we got the short entry on the NASDAQ. chopping around pretty good on us this morning. Yeah, I just put a message in the chat box that we are running a special on the website, rightlinetrading.com. You can get a free 2-week trial in any one of our live trading rooms right now. We've got our prop trading room, our futures trading room, and our options trading room. All right, so Apex 5 reached my limit, so I'm going to take it off of number 5. My limit is 500, and I'm just going to remove that strategy because it's a duplicate. And our NQ30 signal B. Okay. We're still at a nice trade on gold. And the E-mini is in a long position as well. Looks like our retirement plan on the 2-minute just took an entry. Let's see if this trade matures to the downside. Get a little breathing room on this trade. See if we can get a nice roll to the downside. Yeah, I know, Bob. I like that, cognitive dissonance. I'm just a few ticks away from that stop to move. There, it should have went just now. The stop should have went to plus 10. Since this is my Apex account, I'm going to take the risk off this trade. It should have moved. I think when I duplicated it, I forgot to check off the trade management strategy. But let's give it some room here. Try to get on the board on this account. Profit target sitting right above that pivot. That blue dotted line is an area of support. And my profit target's a tick or two above it, which is a good placement for it. Hey, Peter. Hey, Pat. Okay, that sounds good. Peter, I'm in I'm in a short on the Nasdaq on the retirement plan, and I'm in a long in gold and a long on the ES. But the one on the gold and the Nasdaq I have on the funded account with Apex, and the one on the E-mini, the top left, we're running that on a SIM account. How'd you do today, Peter? I'm going to try to let this trade come on down to the short side on the Nasdaq. It's really important to let the winners, I've learned the hard way. You cut these winners short, and it really affects the overall equity curve. You got to let your winners. Let me say because I'm the most guilty. I have to let my winners run, or you just can't be a successful trader. You cut your winners short, and then the risk to reward ratio goes against us, and it's a diminishing account. So I'm going to just let it mature. It's the market is what it is. It's a little choppy today, but let's hope it drifts on down to our profit target. Looked like it had legs, and now it's giving us some heat. All right. Well, my goodness. Jumped right back in long. This is a tough environment for long. Not an easy day today. So I'm done on 4 and 5. Still in that gold trade. That's the lone bright spot right now. Yeah, Larry, the prop trading room is hosted by David Kushner. We could pop in there. I could give you a quick preview of what it looks like. Market's a little choppy today, but let's see if we can get this account here on the board. Number 3. Okay, let's take a look at David Kushner. We're going to pop into our futures trading room real quick just to take a look. And right now we're running a 14-day free trial. And David is our professional prop trader. He uses a trade copier, and when he pulls the trigger, it's times 6. Let's see if we can pop in and my wife has a birthday coming up March 25th, and we're going to spend a couple of days in Fort Myers. Fort Myers, I'll tell you, if you've never been to the west coast of Florida, it's really beautiful. All right, so this is the prop trading room here. You can see David is trading our discretionary system that we call the money flow tracker. And you could see all of his NDTs, which are our proprietary trade execution platforms that really get you in and out of these trades with lightning speed and minimal slippage, with stop limit orders. Right now he's looking at crude oil up top left, gold, the Russell, and the NASDAQ. And he has an ironclad set of rules that he follows for entries. And he's extremely disciplined. He'll sit on his hand all day if he has to. He'll only take a trade when everything lines up perfectly. And he has a really comprehensive tutorial that is 20 minutes long. And if you can get that 20-minute video and get those rules, the winning percentage is extremely high. Hey, Mort. Yeah, I'll give you a call this afternoon. All right. if he jumps into a trade, we'll take a look at it. Let's go back to the charts here. Let's see the signal B. Three. Here it is, Dave. David's saying, "Hey," and he's talking in his room about being on YouTube. Okay. So we jump back into the Nasdaq long, and it's been very volatile. It's pretty choppy today on the Nasdaq. I took disabled the. I took off the Apex accounts on the Nasdaq, and the one that I have left going is on gold. And I really like the E-mini today. The E-mini, very slow. It's almost like watching paint dry, but it's very deliberate. I'm going to take some of the risk off of my trade on the Apex account, and just go to break even on it. The long entry was right about here. So now I'm on break even on gold, and I'm just going to try to let that trade do its own thing from here on out. So these NASDAQ strategies, they have about a 40% win rate. And it wouldn't surprise me right after I take it out of the Apex, they both go up to win. It's just Murphy's Law sometimes. One good trade and you're right back in it, though, I'll tell you. But my risk tolerance is, I have a personal rule, it's 500. I lose 500 and I'm going to call it a day. And this trade might prove my strategy is not wasn't the best way to go today, because now it's really starting to pick up some momentum. The E-mini's creeping up to the profit target now. That ES 5 minute very well could be the top strategy of the day if it keeps going up. Um, hey, right into that resistance. See if it breaks through. Hey, David. Yeah, so David Kushner just popped in, and through the end of this week, we're doing a 2-week free trial. Professional prop trader David Kushner, he's trading 6 funded accounts. Uh, if you want to pop into his room, 2 weeks for free, and you might just stay for life. I'll tell you, he's a great trader. Gold is maturing nicely here. I don't want it to come all the way back on me, though. Now, there is a way to, in the strategy settings, might even be able to do it here. Let's see. Momentum is starting to wane on us. Here we go. Our profit target is just above. And just above that area of resistance. See if it can push through it. It's a long way down. I don't really want to touch the stop on this sim account because we really needed to accumulate the data. I think if it was my personal account, I think I would probably move that stop up and prevent it from giving all these profits back. We do have an input in our strategy that we can have the stop based on the color of the 15 EMA. That's this dotted line that you see. You can enable exit on a line change, and as soon as that line goes from green to yellow or from green to red, it will pop you out of the trade. We do not have that enabled right now. TW, Rao with AI Auto Trader. Excuse me just a moment. I'm going to run to the restroom. Let me mute my mic. Okay, back. Yes, I did, Peter. Okay. Here we go. We're testing that pivot again. Let's see what would have been a better option, to exit on the line change, which probably would have been right about here, or to let it ride. That's the tough thing. There's tough decisions when you're trading. So gold and the E-mini today are two top strategies. Gold and the E-mini. Okay. Okay. The retirement plan is in a trade. So we're running these strategies completely hands-free. think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the ES strategy and throw it on my other account. It's the ES Signal A AI drone. And we'll throw this in 3, 4, 5. I think 6 is the one that okay. I need gold to continue up. Well, this NASDAQ trade certainly is a nail biter, I'll tell you. We've been up and down and around the town here. And I really want to see it go all the way, because I would have been out of this trade 2 or 3 times already. I would have been dragging my stop all over the place on this thing, and I just want it to show me the error of my ways. If you're one of those people that would have held on to this one, I give you a lot of credit, because your nerves are much better than mine. But this thing has arisen. Alright, it took me out of that gold, unfortunately. But I'm going to leave it right there. The volume is very low on it. I wish there was another strategy that stood out like a sore thumb. The ES wants to keep going up. Wow, look at that trade, huh? Holy moly. This thing's coming right up to that pivot. There it goes, testing it. Got a lot of sellers sitting right there. Go up and retest it. See what other positions we're in. Let's see what just another position just came open. The signal A's on the 30 range took a short. You know, I think the ES that I put on, I would have been better off with this trending market with a to change it to a signal B. Signal B bot jumped in long. Signal B AI drone. we're going to kind of do everything we can to get into an E-mini trade here. I'm going to take the signal A and B. The way the E-mini keeps pushing up, now if we get a reversal, we're in, and if it keeps pushing up, we're in. We're still fighting in the NQ trade. Our gold has dwindled down to no volume. So gold right now is kind of like watching paint dry. There's about 72 contracts per minute, and price is just stuck. That's not to say it's going to stay that way, but right now it's untradeable at 3 contracts a minute. So those early morning hours, I think the crude pit opens at 8:20 on the COMEX. Let's take a look at one of these other instruments. We just caught another position on the apex, on the ES long. So I did get into the signal B. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just disable my signal A. I'm a little late to the party on this one, but the way it's just pushing up and up, overnight I believe it went down, so it's still kind of retracing. Let's look at a bigger picture of this 5-minute. Still in the NASDAQ long. Had that huge move down at 4 a.m. European Open. Pushed it all the way down, and now it's slowly retracing. So these automated strategies, they will do everything automatically, and you also have the ability to override it at any time. If I wanted to get out of the position, I can close it by using my chart trader. Close the position. I can move my stops up and down, and we have a couple of other features that we can use to make our stop a little tighter. I know some traders don't like to take that much heat on a trade. They want to lock in their profits. We do have a really nice feature that ties your stop to that 15 EMA. This trade we're kind of seeing which would have been the best way to go. And we saw our line change right about here at about 18,120.125. Would have taken us out at the color change. But we're letting this one kind of play out. Our stop should be at plus 11. So worst case scenario, we make $55 on the trade, but we were up $600. So just like the trade earlier on the Apex, where it was up 500 or 600, which is what was my profit target. And you can never lose money closing a winning trade. Now, you could have left money on the table if it keeps going in your direction, but you're not going to lose any money closing winners. The way these automated strategies work, though, because we've really analyzed the data quite extensively, the letting your winners run is just so crucial, and having that risk-to-reward ratio in our favor. With our win rate, we need our risk to reward about where it is. Now, David Wise, and I'm about to pop into his room. If you're somebody that enjoys trading stocks and options, man, have we got a room for you. This is David Wise. We sent out a really great video. He has a really effective strategy to trade earnings using time spreads or calendar spreads. And we sent out a video last night where he goes over his rules. And David trades on the Thinkorswim platform using our Compass trading system. Yep, the signal A might have been the way to go. Oh no, I can't get in that position. I'm in a long position on the ES. So let's pop in on David. The Compass trading system, this is a system that we use to trade stocks and options in our Options Live trading room. And you can see his workspace here. He has his scanners on the left column. He scans a 5-minute. His core methodology is looking for relative strength versus the SPY, and tickers that have a stronger or weaker relative strength, they come above and onto his radar. And he keeps a notepad in front of all the positions that he's in, and he's got really a beautiful Discord chat group. In his Discord, he has a live trading channel where it's a one-way conversation. It's them delivering you the trades, educational questions. If you have any questions about the position or the configuration or the strategy, he's got two professional traders that are moderators. That's Savvy Trader and Dr. No. And then you have your general trading chat that all the members of our community kind of share with one another what's working, what's not working. So that's David Wise's trading room, and he's trading stocks and options. Taking a little heat on that. I'm in a long position on the ES. We're taking some heat on that NASDAQ position. Sorry about that. So this week, you can jump into David Wise's options trading room, check it all out. If you do become a member, you also receive the SMS text alerts. Hey, Walter. Thanks for joining us this morning. The way we decide is we turn the strategies on at about 8:30. We do have a few strategies like gold that start a little earlier, but the vast majority of the strategies will start around 8:30, with gold being the one exception, and we let them run until the market open, and what happens is kind of the cream kind of floats to the top. And we'll see in our P&L which strategies are performing the best for the current market environment. And based on that, we'll make our decisions. I always look at a trade performance. Maybe we'll look at it for the same day, and then you certainly would have to weigh in how it's performed for the week or even the month. And we're only obviously going to trade the strategies that are doing the best. You'd be crazy to put a strategy that loses every day. You'd be crazy to put that one in a funded account. So I think it's important to know that not every single strategy is going to win every day. But the old saying, the cream rises to the top, holds true with this. You'll see historically the performance of each strategy. Since it's such a news-driven, volatile market with conditions changing so frequently, I really think there's, that first hour of the market, it gives you a really good indication of which strategy is going to be hot. Gold and the ES today came out of the starting blocks with huge moves, and I was able to capitalize on the one on gold, and I'm in a long trade on the E-mini now. And the NASDAQ today has kind of been giving us a bit of a tough time. So, today would have been a good day to shy away from the NASDAQ. Hindsight is always 20/20, but that's how we decide which ones to put on our live or funded account. So the E-mini came all the way back now. I'm in a long position on my Apex. I'm hoping I didn't get wicked out on it. Let me look at my positions. No, I'm still in it now. I'm up about $100 on a long move, on this big long move on the E-mini. We're risking about 3 points to make. I think it's is it 90 ticks? I think our profit target on the E-mini is like 75 or 90 ticks. So about a 5-to-1, 6-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So gold and the E-mini today have been our go-to strategies. We'll come back to our accounts. Number one is the gold signal AI bot. Number two is the ES on the 5-minute. We call our cash register. The AI bot and drone, they kind of run together. The drone is running in the background, sharing a database with this bot right here. And it's telling the bot where to put the stops and profit targets based on the market conditions, the maximum forward excursion and the maximum adverse excursion. So the drone is up 670, but by giving the information to the bot is up $1,108. So that's kind of a great example of how these dynamic adjustments benefits us during the trading session. So the drone sharing a database with the bot and moving its stops and profit targets have it up $1,118. The drone without moving the stops or profits is up about $710. So really a substantial difference in the two. And the retirement plan is retesting that area of resistance again to the upside. Hasn't been able to break through that area just yet. We got into this E-mini trade. If I scroll back, we got into it right here on this long entry. I'm sorry, it looks like this one here. And it's rode it all the way up. 20 points. So it looks like it just hit our profit target. And I'm in this position also on my Apex. I was a little late to the party on this. But I'm up a really nice amount of money. And I'm going to lock in some of those profits. And we'll see if it can push through this pivot. Really strong candle to the upside. That's a 5-minute candle on the E-mini. So we enable all the strategies, Walter. We enable them all because what we do is we provide you with all of the strategies. Every one of the bots has a drone that is paired with. The bot and the drone share a database. So we're going to run those constantly in their own separate SIM accounts. The more data that they accumulate, the better the output, the more accurate. So we start off the session by running them all in a SIM account. And then the decision comes to which ones we're going to put in our live or funded account. And you could see on my my control center of NinjaTrader, you could see which strategies have come to the top. It's not difficult to recognize. It was the ES in gold today. So I'm going to squeeze this a little bit because I want to close the day with both of my Apex accounts in the green. So that gave us a pretty good indication of what was performing well today. So we look at the daily results, and then we know performance-wise over a little bit longer of a history, historically which ones perform the best, and then we make our decision. Had I followed my own rules, I probably would have stayed out of the NASDAQ today, but it's an addiction, I'll tell you. It's when those strategies hit, and the market's, moving nicely, not as choppy as it is today. The NASDAQ can really put us on the sidelines with an account full of money. So this retirement plan now is up. It's gone beyond 80 ticks. So our stop went to break even plus 11. So the worst case scenario is we make 55 on the trade. There's no more risk. The best case scenario is we reach our profit target of 180, which would be a $900 winner. Hey, David, we're live. We're going to be wrapping up here right after this trade. Actually, I didn't notice it was 11:30. Yeah, we usually trade Monday through Friday from 9:30 to 11:30 on YouTube. And this afternoon we're doing a presentation, a live presentation on one of our most profitable option strategies using credit spreads. So I'd like to put a registration link in the chat box. And we're coming right up to this pivot. So I'm going to kind of squeeze my trade. It's just a really bad habit, I know, but I do want to end the day green on two of my accounts. Mark Miller and David Wise, they see me doing that, and they're all over my case. Don't touch your stop. And they're right. They're absolutely right. So right after these two trades are close out in one way or the other, and my intention is to see them through. And we'll just go over the top strategies of the day. If you're free this afternoon at 4 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Eastern, the professor, Mark Sachs, is going to be doing a live presentation on credit spreads. And man, he's got a strategy that's been really working well. So I put the registration link right in the chat box. This ES is coming dangerously close to my stop. And it stopped me at a 250. So I'm going to take the 250. I'm going to turn off that strategy on the ES. And my two Apex accounts that I was green on, one is plus 250, one is plus 190. And then I had two that I lost 500 on the NASDAQ. But now you can see what squeezing your stop, my stop did. On the ES. Now this will mature and wind up all the way up here. So while the retirement plan is running, we'll take a look here at our top strategies. It was the ES 5 minute, made $926. Gold, the AI bot, made $1,008, and that was trading along with the AI drone, And the drone is still in a position, but even with that open position, it's only up 800. So the bot is outperforming the drone. Our ES 5-minute is up 745. The cash register doesn't use the AI technology. It's very similar to this 5-minute drone, but doesn't use that AI technology. The ES 5-minute drone is up about 926. This one's about 745. And then I have the two Apex accounts on crude oil. On gold and the ES. So I saw that those two strategies, Walter, were doing the best kind of late in the session. And I switched them over and I was able to pick up a couple $100 in each account. Yeah, Walter, the ATMs, the stops and targets, are fed by the drone to the bot. Exactly right. That's exactly right. The biggest knock on automated strategies is as market conditions change, the results go downhill. With this new technology, as market conditions change, our stops and profit targets are adjusted by just the way you said. They're fed, the information's fed by the drone to the bot, and they adjust to the current market conditions. So those were our top strategies of the day. I'm going to be back tomorrow at right around 9:30. 9:30 we'll get started. I'm going to let the strategies run. I'll probably start them around 8:30, and I'll kind of talk my way through. I'll kind of think out loud of my thinking on which ones that I want to switch onto my live account. And it's not rocket science. So the gold ES. So our top one is the ES Signal A AI drone at 937. Then we had gold. Was the Signal A AI bot. Which is back in a trade. I came out of gold because the volume the volume went to nothing. It's under 100 contracts a minute, and there's not much follow through in that type of environment. Our Russell is also under 100 a minute. This number here is how many contracts are crossing per minute. That's a great idea, Walter. That's kind of the way I described it was very similar to what you just wrote. That's about when I like to make my decisions, right around 10 a.m. You're 100% right. The Dow Diamond doesn't look like it took a trade. The Signal B. The Dow on that Signal B strategy has been a red hot strategy. Let me see if I can find it. No. It is the Dow. YM10 signal B. YM10 signal B. AI. Drone. Oh, would help if I'm on the right instrument. YM. Very quietly, this 10 range YM is our hottest strategy over the last couple of weeks. So I'm gonna let this Nasdaq trade play out, and then we're gonna wrap up this session. Yeah, Walter, if you go back, I know they could be a little lengthy, but on these YouTube live streams between Mark Miller and myself, there's a lot of great information on how to successfully trade these bots. I hope Daniel's in this winning trade. Daniel, one of our members, Daniel, his the hottest strategy on his computer is the retirement plan. With this low volume, we'll give it till 12 o'clock. We'll give it 10 more minutes. We're in some really nice long positions here. The system's jumping in these long trades now. This gold very quietly is creeping up with basically no volume. Been getting really good price action on gold. Very volatile. Yeah, gold in the E-mini today, right from the start, right from the start of the broadcast to the end, was constantly in winning positions. I think all the professional traders are taking their lunch. All the hedge funds and large institutional traders are taking their lunch break right now. And there's very little volume. We're going to stick around until 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock noon Eastern Time. We're going to take a lunch break, and we'll be back tomorrow. This Dow has just been red hot strategy. The Dow actually looks at that's gold. This Dow here actually looks at a 10 range. We got a little break in the action here. We're going to end it in just a couple of minutes. I was hoping to see how this trade on the Nasdaq ended. If you do have time today at 4 p.m. Eastern, and you're interested in trading options, Mark Sachs, who's really highly intelligent guy, is going to be doing a live presentation. Former professor at Thomas Jefferson University in Pennsylvania. And I put the registration link in the chat box there. If you've got 45 minutes to learn something that could be quite profitable, I highly recommend taking a look at that event. The number in the lower right, the number of contracts per bar. Oh, it's actually per minute. If I go to the indicators, that's our RLV indicator. And what it's looking at, the period type 1 minute. So it's based on how many contracts are crossing per minute. It's just I think it's just a coincidence right now, Bob, that the way the market's moving, that it's appearing to be that way, but it's not. All right, it's about 11:59. I want to thank you once again for taking time out of your morning and joining us today. The AI Auto Trader really provides you an edge over all other retail traders, and it really gives you a great opportunity every day to put some money in the bank. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to do it again tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. I hope you'll join me. Have a blessed day, everybody. Thank you again. Bye-bye. I'm going to end the live stream.